Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Bash Bros Sports and Betting Podcast. With me, as always, is the man, the bro, the dude, the guy, Nick Pastorella. What's up?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Interesting week we had, huh?
Yeah, I'd say so. 6 out of the 13 games that were played, all ended in a blowout fashion. So you had
Blowout City.
Bears, Bucks, Bengals, Ravens, Giants, Panthers, Pats, Jets, Titans, and Chiefs, Cards, and Texans all were complete blowouts. Now, it was interesting to me because these past 6 weeks have all been pretty close games. There's a couple of blowouts sprinkled in there, but nothing as this fashion right here.
Right. What was your favorite or like your most shocking blowout?
Honestly, my favorite blowout, and this goes against everything that I believe in, but the Bears Bucks was probably one of my favorites just because personally, as a Bears fan, I went in with zero expectations because I'm like, oh my God, it's the fucking Bucks. It's the reigning Super Bowl champions. This is the Bears that have no identity whatsoever. This is, the Bears are a team that have so many question marks as like their front office, the ownership, the fucking their head coach, everything. So I went into that game just watching, just to watch at this point. I wasn't even mad. I know you texted me, it was like wellness check when it was 35-3. And I was like, you know what? I had no expectations whatsoever going into that game. However, it was awesome to see history on TV with Tom Brady hitting 600 touchdowns. So I was kind of pumped to see it. My other than that, probably my favorite game was Bengals Ravens.
Dude, that one was a shocker. Dude, the Bengals, I believe, are in first place in the AFC.
AFC period.
Yes.
Now, what was surprising to me was the fucking just the Jamar Chase or Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase connection. Their game had Jamar Chase had 10 targets, 8 catches, 201 yards, and a single touchdown. Like it's almost like every week those two are lighting up the stat sheet. It's ridiculous. I love it.
You can almost count on it every freaking week.
Absolutely. It's such an automatic just okay. You know what it reminded me of? A little bit of like Stafford Megatron. A little bit, not even gonna lie.
Definitely.
Yeah.
While we're on the topic of blowouts, in your opinion, what is a blowout? How many points is a blowout?
I was actually thinking about this when I was doing my notes because there was a couple of games like, depending on what you think a blowout is, you could have called the Eagles and Raiders game a blowout. But I would say a good 3-score game is a blowout.
I agree. If it's three touchdowns. If it's a 17-point lead, you're borderline blowout. I think if you win by 17, you just had a really, really good game, but I wouldn't consider that a blowout status. I think a 3-touchdown lead is a blowout.
I could see that. I would go probably as low as about 20 points.
Okay.
So like it's a good 21 point lead would definitely constitute a blowout, or really any game that was decided in the first half, or third quarter.
You want to talk about first awkward first halves, bro? The Panthers Giants. I tune in, bro. It's 3-5. I'm just like, at one point it was like, I think it was 3-2. I'm like, what the, what the hell? How? Like, I know that both teams are struggling, but my God, I don't think I've ever seen a baseball score on football.
There was a couple of games that had like a 5-point part. You know what I mean? Where they scored 5 points. I don't remember what game it was, but yeah, it was weird. There's a lot of safeties going on this weekend.
I believe it was the Texans that finished the game with 5 points.
Oh shit, you're right. I'm pretty sure
somehow they got Kyler Murray for a safety somehow, some way. But
somehow, some way.
Hey,
I mean, Aaron Rodgers almost got stacked in the end zone.
I know. Sometimes even a blind squirrel finds a nut. So
I guess so. Yeah, you were right. By the way, the Texans did end with 5 points.
Yeah, that's wild, dude. That's wild. So, since you already kind of started on it, let's touch on this Bucks Bears game, dude.
For
TV
sure.
number 600. The Bucks beat the Bears so bad that Matt Nagy got the Rona.
Wow.
Like,
Wow. No, it was I don't know what else to say, man. It was, the only bright spot in that game for the Bears was Khalil Herbert. And he's been the bright spot for fucking two weeks now since Damian Williams went down with COVID
yeah,
last week.
you've got something there with him
It's
for sure, for sure.
definitely the only thing that it makes me wonder what the outcome is going to be when David Montgomery comes back healthy. Like, is that like a two-headed monster that you're looking for? Because you got Damian Williams on a 1-year contract. Tyreek Cohen is probably not going to be playing this year, and if he does, I don't think he's going to have the same offensive explosion that he had in like 2018. But I just don't know what they're going to do with David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert. Like, obviously, you want to use one of them as a 3-down back. And the difference, though, is that both of them are a 3-down back. Now, what kind of separates David Montgomery from Khalil Herbert is, yeah, Khalil Herbert showed hands in preseason and was able to catch a lot of balls, but David Montgomery has proven that in game. So I'm kind of don't know what really to think about it. In my opinion, I would say let's try to move Tariq Cohen and see if we can get some draft picks for next year so we can beef up the offensive line so Justin Fields doesn't die every week. But I don't know. It's going to be...
He's going to die.
He's going to die, bro. And I don't know. I don't understand why our offensive line is so bad. I don't get it. But, enough about the depression of a Bears fan. But yeah, like I said, I went into that. I guess the bright spot of that game and the offense was Khalil Herbert. I'm pumped to see that the running game is starting to finally get fucking used.
Yeah, I think you kind of had to. I feel like you had to go into this game as just kind of like a practice for say.
Yeah.
Yes, you want to win the game, but you know who and what you're going up against. Let's kind of see where we're sitting depth wise and who.
And you could take this back into last
stuff.
year too. You could take it back into last year. The Bears Bucks game last year with the whole infamous like, oh, I thought it was 3rd down, but it's actually 4th down meme that happened with Tom Brady and Nick Foles being his daddy. If you look at that game and look at the end of their schedule, the Bucks schedule last year, they went on a fucking rampage, and then they just continued that ass beating through the entirety so far of 7 weeks of this year's season. So it's almost like you're gonna need a fucking wrecking ball to try to stop that team.
Yeah,
And
I don't think that they're gonna lose one more game. I
don't see them.
The only way that they lose one more game is week 13, I think, when they play when they go to no, they don't go to Buffalo. They play Buffalo at home. But Buffalo is the only team I see on their remaining schedule that could beat them.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. Their schedule is probably like one of the easiest schedules I've ever seen, especially coming up.
It is
halfway through, a little bit less than halfway through the season. So your next game is in New Orleans. That's a win. Then it's a struggling Washington football team with Taylor Heineke kind of hitting a downward slope.
Yeah,
in Washington.
The Heineken's getting a little flat.
It's getting a little flat. The tap is sizzling. Then you're playing New York in Tampa. Then you're playing at Indy. Now, Indianapolis has been showing some fucking life lately. I don't know if you watched,
I don't know if you'd call it life.
Monday.
That was a fucking hurricane going through that shit. But
it was a good game. Carson Wentz didn't look bad.
Yeah, but how much of the weather was a factor in that game, I
mean, I get it, but look, you know this is an outdoor sport. You know what I mean? Like you know what you're kind of getting yourself into, and He's played in Philly before. Like it's not too different, you know.
Yeah.
But that was a good win. That was a good win for Carson Wentz against. Granted, it's probably a struggling 49ers team, and fucking what Trey Lance get hurt or something like that. I don't remember.
I don't think he's hurt. No. They just started Jimmy Garoppolo because they, like to baby him. But
Well,
I think the only thing it helped for the Colts was it just kind of helped them stay in that divisional race. But the Titans are
definitely.
starting to run away with that with literally Derrick Henry.
Oh,
So.
we know that. Like we know. Look, it's never gonna be like a. Oh, is Indy a favorite to win the what are they, the AFC
South?
East? No, South. Are they the South? They are the South. Yeah. No,
What?
Indy's not. Huh? Am I tripping? I'm tripping.
Potato?
Yeah. Okay. They are AFC South. I don't know why my mind blanked on that. Holy shit. No, I mean they were destined to be number two with if you're in a division with the Texans and the Jags, like you're kind of destined to be number two. Like a lot has to go fucking wrong for you to not be second place in that division. But
Right.
I mean they do have a lot. They do have a little bit of momentum building. Like granted, they did beat the hobbling Texans last week, 31-3, and then they beat the Niners. Um, They beat the Niners 30-18. So you do have a little bit of momentum going. So it'd be kind of interesting to see how they fare next week against the Titans in Indianapolis.
Yeah, it definitely
I
keeps you in the division race at least. So
Oh yeah,
I don't have
definitely.
high hopes for them. I think they'll barely be above 500 on a good day.
I'd probably go 9-8.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely not world beating by any means, but
I just
I
don't
wouldn't
have
call them a sub 500 team.
I don't have faith in Carson Wentz. I really don't. Like he's starting to look like his former self, but until he just really starts popping off, like putting up some decent MVP numbers, I'm just not gonna trust him to be that guy. Yeah,
No, and
you'll be just a subpar quarterback.
right, you'll be the guy to get downs and then hopefully ride out some little bit of talent. Like Pittman had a great touchdown catch.
Yeah,
I don't know
Pittman's a
if you saw
stud.
that.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Yeah. You're kind of riding the back of Pittman to get you the numbers that you need and to get you the downs that you need. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't see them. I don't see the Colts doing anything special this year.
No,
You
not
know
at
what
all.
I mean? But
Not at all.
okay, real quick, I before we get too off topic of the Bears and Bucks, we need to talk about the trade that happened for the ball.
Oh my God. So let's set the mood. What was the scenario? What happened?
Okay, so it was Mike Evans. I want to say it was the second touchdown, first touchdown. I think it was the second touchdown. Mike Evans catches a touchdown pass from Tom Brady. Mike Evans, as a celebratory thing for every touchdown he catches in Tampa, he hands the ball off to a fan. Now, you got to bring up this point too. Is you're going into this game knowing that you're 598 right now, so you know that 600 is well within your grasp. So yeah, I'm sure that they all are aware of like, hey, this 600 touchdown pass could happen this year, right? Or not this year, but this game. So I think that Mike Evans got a little caught up in the lights and the crowd, and he hands off number 600 to a fan. So, like everyone does, like every fucking front office team or whatever, PR team, whatever you want to call it, they will try to negotiate with the fan to get whatever special ball back.
I believe it was a trainer.
I think it was a trainer. I'm not 100% sure. I only saw a little bit of like the off-camera
I
antics.
believe it was a
And the guy
trainer,
handed the
and
ball like right back. Like it was
no,
like,
no, 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 no. Actually, the trainer had gone and come back twice. The guy said no, no, no. I'm keeping the ball. To where they had to just kind of sweeten
really?
to where they tried to kind of sweeten the deal a little bit. And I believe the final trade was, and
I have it right here if you want me to read it off.
oh my god, like yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so in this fucking trade. Okay, so for Tom Brady's 600th touchdown ball, this fan got 2 signed jerseys and a helmet from Brady, 1 signed Mike Evans jersey and game worn cleats, $1,000 gift card to the Bucks team store, 2 season tickets for the rest of this year and all of next year, and Tom Brady even sweetened it a little bit more by giving this fan 1 Bitcoin that is valued at $63,000.
That's a lot for a football.
What I want to know, and I wish that I did this earlier, but I want to know what the final cost of everything would be. Because you're already up there with 63 grand, right? Like,
Yeah. And
like,
then
that's
and
like
then
a
you got
big
the
thing.
$1,000 in the store, so you're at 64 right there.
64. Yeah.
Any type of game worn Brady anything will sell for at least a couple $1,000s. I would ballpark everything at probably like
Close to 100.
yeah, I was thinking 90ish.
Yeah, because you got to think too. It's two season tickets, not 1 seat. It's 2 seats for the rest
Yeah,
of this year
in
and
the end
all of
zone.
next year
In the
in
end
the end
zone.
zone.
Yeah.
So
I wonder how you transfer a Bitcoin to somebody. I wonder how that works.
I used to know how to do it. I want to say it was relatively easy, but also a little bit has to go through a lot of like background shit because it is cryptocurrency. I don't know.
Right.
This is a football podcast. This is not a insider trading podcast.
Like here, man. I got an extra. Here's a Bitcoin.
Right, yeah, I got a couple. Like, it's no biggie. Whatever. They're just
Yeah.
collecting dust at this point. No, my thing is, my only question to, I guess, the entire Bucks organization that authorized this is that football. Now, keep in mind of all of Tom Brady's accomplishments, right? 7 rings, multiple MVPs, Pro Bowl, everything, right? Is close to, we'll call it 90 grand, right? Is $90,000 worth it for that football?
To Brady, it might be. To Brady, it probably is actually because he did it. So, yeah, because it's the most all time. He's number 1 in touchdown passes of all time. So, I believe so. I believe that football will actually probably end up like in the Hall of Fame, in the museum over there. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he just wants to keep it. You never know. Maybe he's had a plaque for on his wall for a while, and he finally got to do it.
Right. I mean that's definitely fair. Like I could 100% see that. But I don't know. I just feel like if you're Tom Brady, like I don't know, man. Like
But you've also got to
I feel like
understand, to
a
Brady,
plaque.
all that stuff that was given is just chump change.
I guess.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
I mean, you're not
he's
wrong.
gonna get another helmet for free. He's gonna get another jersey for free. He's probably got a whole bunch of Bitcoin. So and he can give away season passes like it's nothing. So
And then, $1,000 to the Bucks is like what I wipe my nose with, basically. So,
like
I mean, yeah, 90 grand, if you think about it, to us is a lot of fucking money, but to, a multi-billion-dollar corporation like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, it's like,
yeah,
you find that in my
I
couch.
don't think they really cared.
So in perspective right now, right? In the end zone, the tickets will range from 300 or from 290 to $400.
And that's probably dependent on who's in town.
Now, yeah, okay, so I'm literally just looking at the Giants tickets for Monday the 22nd. So primetime game, right? Oh shit. Right up on there is
I was
$1,500.
gonna say it's like 2 to 400 sounded like really fucking low.
There was an ad in my way. There was an ad in my way on Ticketmaster that completely blocked off the rest of it. Okay, so from 290 to $1,500. Now, mind you, that's Ticketmaster prices, like whatever.
And looking at
like,
where
obviously,
he was right up front. So that's probably
$1,500.
closer to 1,500, yeah. And that's
So
just with
$3,000
the
for
crap with the Giants going into town. Like
It's a primetime game, though.
Yeah, true.
Those are always going to be expensive, no matter where you go. It could literally be the Jags, Dolphins, Monday Night Football. They're still going to be 3, 4, 5, maybe $600 for those kind of tickets. Like, it's not going to be a
Yeah.
chunk of change. They still got to keep the lights on in that place.
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, like exactly what you said. Like, 90,000 doesn't seem like a lot to us, or doesn't seem like a lot to them, but it's a huge chunk of change to us. You know what I mean?
That guy can literally sell his Bitcoin and not work for a year.
I was actually so I brought this up to my wife, right? Because today was actually like the first day that I saw um that whole everything finalized for that trade, right?
Uh-huh.
And I brought it up to her, and I was just like, dude, I was like, this is a fucking chunk of change for football, and it's like, I get it, he earned it. It's 600 touchdowns, and he's been in the league for 21 years. So it's like, it's a big, big feat to have. But this dude owns basically close to every fucking record in the book right now. And so I was sitting there and I was like, dude, this guy has $63,000 just chilling in the bank right now for nothing, for catching a football for Mike Evans. And, yeah, exactly. Like, he could just cash that bitch out and call it a day. Like,
Yeah.
he could cash that out. He could sell every ticket to those games.
He could.
He could sell the Brady jerseys, the home.
He could pocket well over 100,000.
Easy.
Yeah.
So fucking easy.
That's life-changing, dude.
Seriously, like, you basically just gave that dude the keys to a Ferrari and said, "Here's the Autobahn. Bye." Type shit.
See ya.
Yeah, dude, I thought that was super cool. I didn't mean to spend so much time on that, but we needed to talk about that because that's a fucking huge
that
thing.
trade was wild.
Now, however, I want to touch back on like the Bucks rest of the season. I really don't see them losing any game.
If they do, it's to Buffalo. That's the only one I see.
I don't even think that they're going to lose that game.
We'll see. I mean, with it being in Tampa, they've got a good shot. So.
Yeah, exactly. So like I said, I don't see them fucking losing that game at all. If anything, it's gonna be a tight game for sure. Buffalo's defense is nothing to shake a stick at.
Yeah.
So, shake a sticker.
Speaking of shaking sticks, I think Casey Keenum was shaking some sticks, dude. He shook a stick right to the Broncos.
Case Keenum, sir, not Casey.
Casey,
Stupid.
whatever.
Stupid. Now, could you call this a revenge game since he was on the Broncos in 2018?
I wouldn't
Could you call that a revenge game?
I wouldn't say a revenge game. I would say a more of a I still got it, I can still play game.
Yeah, I mean, he looked good. He 21 for 33, 199 yards, 1 touchdown. To outplay a team like that. Granted,
they relied on the run game a lot, which and then at the end opened up some passing. But I
would, dude, if I had Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt in my backfield, I would 100% rely on my run game too. That's like saying that you got Marshawn Lynch.
Neither
and
of them
Henry
played,
and you're not
bro.
gonna use them.
Neither of them played.
Are you serious? Am I a fucking idiot?
Yes, they're both hurt.
Okay. Oh shit!
Their running back was Ernest Johnson.
And I literally
he had 146 yards and a touchdown. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm impressed. You got 2 backups, technically the third on the running back, your RB3, RB4, whatever he is, and your QB2. Granted, they didn't put a lot of points on the board, but still, coming in there, rushing for 146 yards and a touchdown, impressive. And then for Case Keenum, like, going in there, 21-33, tossing the touchdown, almost 200 yards. What was it? 199. I'm gonna round it up to 200.
199.
That's no small feat, dude. Like, even against the Broncos, who have been brutally exposed, and the biggest one of the 2 biggest 3-0 flukes I've seen this season.
Right.
But still, it's not easy to go into Denver and win because of the altitude.
They were in.
You're right. They were definitely in Cleveland. But still, that statement stands.
No,
Um,
I'm with you on that. I mean, look, any given Sunday, right? So, granted, the Broncos have lost 4 straight. They went into that game losing 3 straight, so their confidence was definitely a little shocked. Um, I'm sure that they saw that Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb were out. OBJ is banged up. Baker Mayfield's out. You got Case Keenum, who's basically been a journeyman for the NFL. Um, I bet they went in there with kind of like, okay, we got this. Let's just, sit back. Let's, let Teddy B ball out and see what happens. And, Teddy B didn't have a bad game either.
they
24,
just
20,
they didn't
23 for
capitalize.
30. No, they didn't. And that was the biggest thing was stopping that run game.
Well, and I
You
believe
know,
Von Miller got hurt too, which kind of
I
really puts
did.
it.
I read that.
So yeah, if Von Miller gets hurt, run the ball. Oh my god.
100%. And that's exactly what they did. I mean, you don't get 146 or 168 yards for, fucking around.
Right.
You know,
But yeah,
especially
I don't call it a revenge game. I call it he did his job as the backup quarterback. So
yeah, that's about as much as like doing your job as you need to be.
that's all you can ask for. That is what you
Exactly.
need out of your backup quarterback. That is just the definition of what you need compared to like looking at the Seahawks and Geno Smith and you're just like, holy shit. So Keenum did his job.
As far as saying like, you look at Mills and the Texans and go, bro, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
like, are you fucking serious? I'm like, look what this. Look, I'm sitting there like, oh, look what this fucking dinosaur can do, but you can't. You're a rookie. What the fuck? Like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was like I said, like you said, actually, it's what you didn't put up a lot of points, but you put up enough points.
Enough to get the
And
dub. And at the end of the
exactly.
day, a dub is a dub and it keeps you in it.
Doesn't matter. Like I said, our first episode, you win by 1, you win by 10, 40, doesn't matter. That still goes into the left column.
Yep. And that's not an easy division by any means.
No.
Let's
Although I'm not saying that it could happen, but my prediction could possibly come true. With the Raiders winning the AFC West.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where you got that out of what we were talking about, but
The tough division. I don't know. I just thought about it because the Broncos are in the AFC West, and I was sitting there and I was like, I wanted to bring this up anyway.
Okay, I was talking about the Browns, thinking about their division, and you're thinking about the Broncos
I'm sorry.
and the AFC
I
West.
thought when you said that, I thought you meant the Browns. I'm sorry. When I thought you meant the Broncos, where it's like it's not an easy division to win.
I mean, that's not an easy division either. But yeah, I was talking about the Browns.
My bad.
You're good.
I'm just chock full of just stupid takes.
Let's speak about the Browns division though. Like,
Yeah.
Holy Bengals. What's their chant? Who day? Is that what it is? Who day?
Yeah, I get it confused with the Saints sometimes.
Who day? Who dat?
Who day? Who dat? And I'm like,
I sound like Bobby Boucher over here.
Yeah, I swear. No, but dude, that was a big win over a really, really fucking hot team. And that was huge. And yeah, fucking props to the Bengals for looking legit, like an actual fucking football team, beating the Ravens team that was not only 5-1 going into the game. I mean, granted, or no, actually. So going into this game, the Ravens were 5-1, coming off a big, big win against the Chargers last week. So I don't know what the fuck happened on that game, bro. It was so sick to watch.
I think the Ravens kind of did what the Chargers did against them. I think it was a bad game. They just looked flat.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you can chalk that up to a bad game for sure.
Yeah, I chalk it up as a bad game. The Ravens are better than that, but you still cannot discredit the Bengals. In my opinion, when I watch Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, I see a revamped version of Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. Just throw it up there. He's out there somewhere. And Jamar Chase he came through huge, and I love it because he's on my fantasy team. So that just made me even more happy. But
No,
dude,
that connection is almost automatic every single time. Like, this
and the thing
man has
is,
sticky hands.
yeah, the thing is they've had that connection already back at LSU. So that's just it's such a rare thing for him to be able for them to be able to play as teammates at LSU. Joe Burrow gets drafted, Jamar Chase stays another year, and then Jamar Chase gets drafted by the Bengals, and it's like they never missed a beat, and it's just insane. And I'm here for it, dude.
Do you think Joe Burrow had a say in that?
Oh, hands down,
Yeah.
100%, 100%. I am. There's no convincing me otherwise that he didn't, because
Okay.
when going into the offseason last season with the Bengals, you lost AJ Green, so
Yep.
you needed a weapon. So I guarantee you, either Joe Burrow went to the front office or they came to him and like, hey, if Jamar Chase is there, take him. We need him, and
Right.
it's working.
So let me ask you this then, with how automatic that everything has been, with how dominant that the Bengals have been. I mean, you look at their past games, and yeah, there's a couple that were dominant, like, last week's Lions game, which was 34-11 Bengals. Then you had the Packers loss, which shouldn't have been a loss, but also shouldn't have been a win. Like, that game was so fucking weird.
They've been in every game that they've played.
It's literally been separated by, if they lost, it was separated by literally a fucking field goal.
Right.
Every game.
Right.
If they won, it was a statement win. 40-17, 34-11. The Jags 24-21, but the Steelers the week prior was 24-10. Like, it was a statement win. Every game that they lost.
The Bengals are a sneeze away from being 7-0. They should honestly be 7-0.
They really should. I don't know. The Bears did kind of dominate them on that game, and the Packers just got lucky with the field goal. I mean, that whole kicking situation, that entire game was so fucking suspect.
Doink.
But I mean, the problem. I don't mean to keep talking about the Bears, but like, that was one of the Bengals' losses was the Bears in week 2. Yeah, week 2.
Yeah, week 2, because in week 1 they went to the Bengals went to OT against the Vikings and won.
Yeah. But the Bengals and Bears game, like, the problem with the Bears defense sometimes is if they have a lead going into the final fourth quarter, sometimes they'll take their foot off the gas pedal, let them catch up a little bit. But they Joe Burrow and the offensive line and just the offense alone just didn't look like they had it in that game. But if anything, I'll give you 6-1.
Okay.
And I'm not even going to say that like biasly because the only other loss was against the Packers. I'm not
still,
trying to say that biasly.
Still on the top of the AFC at 5-2.
100%.
So,
and I don't know if they'd leave that spot. I don't know if that spot's going to be gone.
I think that they are the real deal. I think they win that division. It'll be close. But I'm loving what I'm seeing. And what's even more impressive is Joe Burrow is doing this coming off of an ACL tear. Which
right.
It's just it's so impressive to me, and I'm here for it. The Bengals to me is one of those teams that you just can't hate. So, who dey?
Yeah, honestly, they're not a cocky team. They're not a team that you look at every week and be like, "Fuck, I hope you lose." Like, they're a team that you genuinely root for.
Yeah.
And honestly, if the Bears keep trending in the way that they're going, I'll be a Bengals fan for the fucking postseason for sure. Now, it only depends on if the Titans and the Raiders can lose, but the Bengals keep winning, and that first round bye will be locked up super fucking quick.
Oh, very quick, yeah.
Because right now there's a 3-way tie for the top of the AFC between the Bengals, Raiders, and Titans. So,
yeah, I mean, dude, it's super, super impressive. I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's really gonna be fucking cool. It's really gonna be fucking cool to see.
Talking about other teams on top of the AFC, let's talk about the Titans and the Raiders. Let's go. Let's go Titans first.
Okay, we'll go. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? Sorry, that would be better. Right, Titans and Chiefs. That game. Holy fuck! I don't even think the Chiefs.
Somebody told
Huh?
Derrick Henry that you had to throw a touchdown pass in order to be MVP. So that's what he did.
He's making a fucking case, bro. I mean, Jesus Christ, what can't he do? I mean,
I am very impressed with what he's doing, but I still don't think he beats Brady in the MVP race. Or at this point, Kyler Murray. Like in my eyes, Derrick Henry's number 3 in the MVP race.
Look, it's really hard. It is really hard to beat out quarterbacks for an MVP, for an MVP title, just because
Extremely.
it's you got a quarterback that runs the entire offense and dictates the pace of the game. Then you have a running back that isn't playing every single down, doesn't get every single play, so it's really hard. But he's so fun to watch. He is so fucking fun to watch. He is so dynamic and so explosive and will just fucking plow through whatever person is in his fucking way. And for him to have not only 86 yards on 29 carries, but he also had a fucking 5-yard touchdown. That's huge. That's awesome. That is a game. Now, on the other side of the ball, you have Patrick Mahomes being found out for the fraud that he is. No, I'm just kidding. I got nothing against Patrick Mahomes. I have everything against his family. There's a difference.
Oh, man. I'm having PTSD from last week.
No, but I truly believe that Patrick Mahomes got fucking found out. He got found out, and I was riding that train since, I think, 2 weeks ago? 3-ish, maybe 3 weeks ago, where I was like, nah, dude, Patrick Mahomes is going to get found out. He's gonna get found out. He's gonna go down. It's not gonna be pretty for him. And look what happened.
Yeah.
Granted, he did unfortunately go down with an injury, and I hope he's okay. I remember hearing that after he got out of the medical tent, he walked out in his own volition, gave a thumbs up to Andy Reid. So I it'd be interesting to see where they put him. I don't have an injury update on him. Do you?
I do not.
Okay, but I just don't see him coming back. Like, not coming back, but like playing the same way that he's played for the past 2-3 years.
Well, look,
You know what I mean?
the Chiefs really messed up in the contract that they gave him. They gave him so much money. They have barely any money to play with to surround him with better talent. And they've already asked him to restructure once to get him some more weapons. And I don't know, like, his offensive line is a joke. And I don't know how you're going to fix that with the contract that he is under.
Right.
So, I mean, you just got to wait and see. But I don't see the Chiefs even making the playoffs this year.
No. No. You know what? No, I don't. I don't see it either. I don't see it either.
Because yes, he went down, but you gotta keep in mind the Titans did not score in the second half, and you could only muster up a field goal. Yes, he went down, but still, that's all you can muster is a field goal in the second half.
Right.
It's shocking. That's all.
This was the first time since 2019 where Mahomes did not have a touchdown in a game. And that was almost a full year after his first start in the NFL.
It's bound to happen. Like everyone's bound to have a bad game. But like,
I mean,
games like this are bound to happen, but when you're consistently losing in the fashion that they are, something is not working. Like I get it. Every quarterback comes out one day and just totally can't, like, they forget how to throw a football. I get it. But the way that they have been losing and the way that their defense is, I do not see them even winning 10 games. I really don't.
I think 9-8. I don't think that they're sub 500 I don't see them as sub 500, but I don't see them as winning more than 9 games, to be honest.
Yeah.
By the way, there was an update on Sunday. Mahomes did clear concussion protocol, and it was Andy Reid's choice to remove him from the game. And that was from Adam Teacher.
Well,
on
yeah,
Twitter.
because
Why would you risk
why
that?
would you put him back in and like with the flow of the game, the way it was already going, if you put him back in there, something even worse would happen. I don't know if you saw the knee to the helmet that he got that caused him to come out of the game, but even that was pretty brutal. So I like the precautionary reason. I agree with Andy Reid to take him out.
Look, in all honesty, I would have taken him out regardless too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's clear that nothing on offense is working, so why fucking risk anything? Why risk an injury?
Yeah.
Oh, my computer just fucking freaked out.
Speaking of injuries, well, no, hang on. Let's stay in the AFC West really quick and let's go to the Raiders. Oh my God!
I did not watch that game. I know you did, so you can go ahead and take this one.
So it didn't go the way I thought it was going to. I thought that there was honestly going to be a lot more green in the stadium. I actually saw a video on Twitter of a whole plane of Philly fans with rally towels. And it was just like, oh my God. But,
jeez.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be a lot more green there, but there wasn't. Which, you know, could be good.
A ticket will do that to you.
Right? But as far as... Look, I thought that the Philly offense was really going to give the Raiders some trouble, and they didn't. I know that Miles Sanders ended up going down. What did he go down with? I think it was... He got helped off with like a leg injury, I think. But so you lose your running game right there, and then... But the Raiders defense, Max Crosby, he really gave Jalen Hurts a hard time and did not let him scramble too much. And when he did, Max Crosby was right there to keep it for a short gain as possible. Yes, Jalen Hurts did have a couple good scrambles because it's just, there's just mobile quarterbacks where sometimes they're going to break one off and there's nothing you can do about it. But What impresses me the most is how explosive the Raiders' offense has looked post Gruden. They look revamped. They're taking more shots downfield. The play calling is just excellent. It's a great mixture of running and passing. Josh Jacobs, I know that he left the game as well with, I think it was a chest injury, but it was after he scored. But the Raiders' offense just they look great. Derek Carr is trusting his arm. He's trusting his receivers. They're making big plays. They're making great plays. And I just have nothing bad to say. They look so flippin' good. And who would have thought that having Gruden resign as head coach would make the Raiders play better. Because normally, when a head coach leaves during the season, the team just comes out flat. But they haven't. Right. It's like they're revamped. And I'm all for it. Yeah, the score looked a little...
lopsided?
I mean, it was 33-22. But the Eagles did almost make a comeback. They scored 14 points, I believe, and 15 points, I'm sorry. 15 points in the fourth. So, if you take that away, the Raiders were actually running away with it. But
I
still,
mean,
I'm really impressed.
It was 30-7 in the fucking third quarter.
You know what impresses me the most, and this is what I mean about like Derek Carr is trusting himself into the offense. He only had 3 incompletions the whole game. Oh my god!
I was actually about to bring that up. I was about to bring that up to you. Holy shit, that's huge.
Like that's ridiculous. I don't want to say unheard of because but that's really good for Derek Carr. And if they can keep doing that, they're gonna be there at the end. And I love how I said 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago when the Raiders had dropped 2 straight. I'm like, they're a wild card team. Now they could freaking win this division, dude.
Right.
I don't know where it's coming from, but it's insane. And part of me thinks that it was the Gruden play calling. Gruden didn't trust Carr or his receivers. And now that the play calling has changed, Gruden is gone. They're rolling, dude.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it plays out. I mean, the AFC is one stacked conference.
And one more thing about the Raiders, they won this game without Darren Waller. Darren Waller didn't play. He was inactive on National Tight End Day, by the way. I didn't even know that was a thing. but yeah, so like you put up 33 points without Darren Waller. And keep in mind, Darren Waller gets 10 targets a game easy.
Right.
So, dude, it was great. I was pumped.
Dude, fuck yeah. That's great. That's fun to see for sure. Pretty stoked on to see what the rest of the season plays out for that AFC, man.
Yeah, even like I believe right now Josh Jacobs is questionable, and even if he doesn't play, you still have Kenyon Drake and Peyton Barber, so you're fine at running back. You really are. So I'm not even worried about that. I think that they're cruising, dude.
I mean, you got 4 teams in the AFC that are 5-2. Like this is, and then your second place, 2 of them are 4-2. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, this is one stacked fucking division, dude. I mean, you look at the NFC. I think the NFC is taking home the Super Bowl this year.
Oh, the NFC definitely. Like whoever comes out of the NFC is gonna win the Super Bowl because it's like
Cardinals, Bucks, Packers, Cowboys, Rams.
Yeah, it's so stacked. It's gonna be interesting to see who gets the first round bye.
Honestly, with the way that the Bucks or the Cards are going,
Cardinals look good,
them
dude.
Losing another game.
Cardinals look good. I know that they played the Texans, and it's like playing a high school team, but
okay, but it's still a win.
Yeah, still a win, and I see no flaw in the Cardinals, and I hate to admit that because they play the Packers this week. But I really don't see any flaw at all in the Cardinals. I don't think that they'll go 17-0. But I don't think so. I think that there's going to be maybe one game this season where they come out flat and start playing, and they play the whole game from behind and just can't get the win.
Okay, so let's look at their schedule right now, right?
Yep.
So like you said, Packers Thursday Night Football, short week for both teams.
This one, like, you got to wait and see because it's Devontae Adams playing because he's in COVID protocol, right, along with, I believe, Alan Lazard was added today, and Matt LaFleur. So, that's huge.
Okay. Understandably so.
So, we'll chalk I'm going to give the Cardinals the W even with a healthy Packers team just based off the Cardinals' defense.
Okay. So, now you got the Niners and Cards after that in Santa Clara.
That's a win for the Cardinals.
Panthers and Cards in Arizona.
That's a win.
Cardinals and Seahawks in Seattle.
I believe that is the week where they're targeting Russell Wilson to come back. Even if he does, I still chalk that up as a win for the Cardinals. Because if I'm the Cardinals, I am going to blitz the hell out of Russell Wilson and see how strong that hand really is.
Okay. Has there been any update on Cam Newton and Seattle?
Nope.
Okay.
After last night, though, I'd be calling.
Right. Okay. After the Seahawks, you cut the Bears and Cards.
I mean, do I gotta say it?
Okay. Let me throw this at you. Since we talked about weather being a factor before, they're playing in Chicago in December.
No small feat, but when you play in the snow, you run the ball, and with a mobile quarterback, I still think they get the dub.
Okay. Rams Cards in Arizona.
This will be an interesting one. I think this would be the one that they could potentially drop. But with it being in Arizona, I'd give it to the Cardinals.
I mean, I kind of look at it this way. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You'd be going into that 12-0. Let's just say they won every game, right? You'd be going into that game 12-0. Kind of hard to stop a momentum train like that.
I agree.
After that, you got the Lions.
Win.
In Detroit.
Still a win.
December.
Still a win. The Lions play indoors, doesn't matter.
Oh, that's true. Christmas Day, you got Colts and Cards.
That's a win for the Cards.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Cards and Cowboys.
This is an interesting one. Is it in Dallas or in Arizona?
Dallas.
I still gotta go Cardinals purely because I know that Dak Prescott was in a walking boot after his game this week, and I believe that they're a little banged up. But
this is like week 15,
right. I know. 16. I'm just saying that like they're already getting hit with the injury bug, and besides Trayvon Diggs, their defense really isn't that great. So, and I still think that the Cardinals overpower them. Okay.
And finally, you got the Seahawks and Cards again in Arizona.
I give it to the Cardinals again.
So it's a possibility to go 17-0.
It really is.
There was only two games right there that you were sitting there like.
Yeah, the only two games is just the Rams and Cowboys. So, and even if they lost both those games, 15-2, I'm still sure
that's a first round bye.
But with the Bucks, I don't know. So we'd have to wait and see that.
Yeah.
So, but still, 15-2, no small feat.
Exactly. Yeah, it would just suck to be a 15. I don't know how I would feel being a 15-2 team having to play a wild card game. I'd be so fucking pissed.
Do you think that we have a legit shot at having a 17-0 team and an 0-17 team? Looking at the Lions.
I know exactly who you're looking at. Think it's definitely a possibility. Okay, I mean, we went through the card schedule. You want to go through the Lions schedule?
Let's do it.
All right, so this week you got at Philly.
Oh, man, I got to give it to Philly. Yeah, they're banged up, but Jalen Hurts coming off that loss from the Raiders, I think that they kind of try to right the ship here. They still had a good game. Injury bug got them, but even without Miles Sanders, I still think Philly's the better team.
Fair. Okay. Then you got at Steelers.
I go Steelers mainly because you're in Pittsburgh. It's really hard to go in there and win. I think that will be a very low scoring game, but I would still give it to the Steelers.
Cool. All right. Then you have at Cleveland.
At Cleveland, at this point, I'm hoping that Baker and Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt are back, or at least 2 out of the 3. So I still give it to the Browns. Even looking with what Keenum did and Ernest Johnson, like even if they don't play, you still got good backups. I still give it to the Browns.
Okay, that's understandable. Plus, I think you might have a healthy OBJ too. At that point, fucker needs to stop playing hurt. Sideline yourself for a couple of weeks, man. For a week, sideline yourself. Fucking come back healthy as shit because you're on pace for a playoff. You're on pace for a wild card game. Why the fuck would you want to limp into that game?
Yep.
Real quick, Uh, I've been paying attention to everything you've been saying. Don't get me wrong. However, game one of the World Series is on right now, and Jorge Soler just went deep to start off the game, so 1-0 Braves. Um, Steelers, Browns. Okay, then you're playing the Bears at home.
I'm rooting for you on this one. I hope that the Bears can pull it out. I know that this one's in Detroit, I believe.
It is, and it's Thanksgiving.
So, oh man, I'm going for the Bears. I really hope they can pull it out. But
Okay.
if the Lions do win a game, it's that one.
It'll be that game.
And Matt Nagy will be eating some fired turkey.
He should have been fired last
If
year.
he's not
Anyway,
if he's not fired by then already.
he should have been fired. Fucking week 3. Anyway, so after that you have another divisional game against the Vikings at home.
Their offense is way too good for the Lions. I go Vikings by 2-3 touchdowns.
Okay. At Broncos.
This is where I was talking about going into Denver is hard to win because of the altitude.
Okay.
I don't know. At this point in the season, depending on where the Broncos sit, I could see maybe even Drew Lock starting at quarterback. So this would be another low-scoring game. But
Okay.
I give it to the Broncos by a field goal.
All right, gotcha. The Broncos, you're playing the Cards.
Don't even show up for that
We
one.
already talked about this one. We already talked about that. Anyway.
Don't even show up for that
Don't
one.
even show up. Okay, after that you have the Falcons in Atlanta.
Matt Ryan, like I think they got like 2 or 3 straight wins now. Matt Ryan slinging the ball. I go Falcons.
Yeah, for sure. Seahawks in Seattle. That's an L immediately.
Yeah, I mean it's really hard to go into Seattle and win. Somehow the Saints just did it last night, but even then that was a fucking snooze fest of a game. But
Yeah.
I still go Seahawks because Russell Wilson should be back, and that Russell Wilson Tyler Lockett combo they're gonna keep up. Yes, as of right now, the Seahawks have one of the worst defenses in the league, but they'll outshoot them.
You know what I just realized?
What?
We talked about this last week too. We talked about the Lions remainder of the schedule.
And I'm sure none of my predictions have changed. So, but it's fine.
No, they haven't. And then
after
the Seahawks, the last game of the season is the Packers.
Even if the Packers are in the running for the first round bye, which I don't think they will be, not with the not with the Cardinals and the Bucks, but even if they did start Jordan Love, I still think Jordan Love would beat the Lions.
Probably. I mean, so yeah, the possibility of having a 17-0 and an 0-17 in the first year that you're running a 17-game season is 100% a possibility. Now, did any of us expect that it was going to be the fucking Lions and the Cardinals in that talk?
Not at all.
Right. Yeah, I definitely did not expect that. If anything, okay, so flashback to the beginning of the year, right? What would you who would you have guessed?
To be 0-17?
0-17.
The Jags.
Okay, and 17-0? Bucks?
Yeah.
I would have guessed the Bucks, honestly.
Yeah, I would have guessed Bucks. I can tell you that I definitely did not see the Cardinals starting 7-0. I knew that they were going to be good,
no.
but I don't think anybody saw them starting that good.
Oh, fuck no, dude. No way. No way in hell did I... Nope. There's no way. I don't even know how else to explain it. There's no fucking way that I would have ever, if you came to me and said, hey, Cards are going to go 7-0, I would have looked at you right dead in the face and laughed. And that was even before, I think it was like after adding J.J. Watt and before adding Zach Ertz.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's a possibility. They just beefed up their offensive weapons.
They
So I'm
really
like,
did. They really did.
fucking, I'm ready, bro. I'm ready to ride this fucking cards train into the ground.
Unfortunately, yeah. I like the Cardinals, hate the fan base.
I know
So,
nothing about their fan base.
um, it's a very cocky fan base, and they have nothing to be cocky about. I mean, right now they do, because starting 7-0 is great. But if you start 7-0, does it really matter if you don't finish the season undefeated and if you don't win the Lombardi Trophy? So right now you can be cocky. Talk to me in a couple weeks.
Fair. I mean, that's definitely a good point. Yeah, that's definitely a good point to think about. Like, okay, cool. Like, what do you get at the end of a 17-0
I
season?
will never forget when
Fucking depression.
I went to a Cardinals game, um, and they played the Packers, and this was actually like me and my wife were dating for like I think a year or something like that, and we were at the Cardinals Packers game. It was week 16. We got blown out 49-0, like because we had already clinched a bye week, so Aaron Rodgers didn't even play.
Uh-huh.
We just gotten blown out. So after that last touchdown, there was like 4 minutes or so left in the game. We decided that it was time to go. Wearing my custom white Packers jersey that I had just gotten for Christmas. Keep in mind this was week 16, so it's like a couple weeks after Christmas.
Right.
I just gotten a brand new custom white Packers jersey with my last name on it, and
I've seen that one.
A Cardinals fan threw his food at it.
Are you fucking serious?
Dead serious, and he almost ruined the jersey. And it's just like I'm all for like look, I do it too. Like not throw stuff, but what I mean by that is if I'm
Talk
at
shit.
yeah, like if I'm at a game and the opposing team's fans start leaving early, yeah, I'm waving bye, have a good time.
Right.
Thanks for I'm talking shit. Cool. But don't throw something, dude. That's just fucked
Right.
up. And like being that cocky about a 49-0 win over a
Playing
a
fucking
second string
team.
yeah, it's just like dude, like come on.
So
Cocky
I
fan
actually,
base, nothing to be cocky about. What, their one
it's
Super Bowl run where they fucking lost Santonio Holmes, like come on.
it's actually funny that you brought it up being treated like shit in an opposing stadium. So I'm sorry not to change the subject or anything, but you brought up a funny story. Went to see Chicago Blackhawks and Vegas Golden Knights. And obviously, I'm not going to rep anything Knights. I'm going to, straight wearing all my Blackhawk stuff, matching shoes, hats, socks, whatever, right? I was with my mom.
F in chat,
Huh?
by the way, for Blackhawks. F in chat.
Oh my God.
Let me get a rip.
Did you know that we actually set the record for not holding a lead, like the longest not holding a lead, and it got broke yesterday by the Lightning?
Oof.
Yeah. So my mom and I was in between periods. We go to the smoking section, and immediately I am treated like absolute dog shit wearing a Blackhawks jersey in that stadium. I'm getting people blowing smoke directly in my face, looking me dead in the eyes and blowing smoke in my face, fucking like literally like elbowing me out of the way and shit like that. Bro, I've never been treated worse, and I almost got into a fight at Anaheim Ducks Hawks Game 5 Western Conference Finals in 2015. And I literally almost got into a fight with a Ducks fan.
Damn.
And I was still treated worse in Vegas.
God damn. Yeah. It's
I just wanted to
sucks.
bring that up because that reminded me.
Yeah. So that's why I don't like the fan base. I like the team, born and raised in Arizona like I am. But do you know my first football game, talking of another story here, was, I don't remember the year, but it was when Michael Vick was still with the Falcons and it was a playoff game.
Okay.
Like, for your first ever football game and you get to see Michael Vick play, that's like, holy shit. That just reminded me of that. So, but
I mean, my first ever hockey game was that Ducks game. It's Western Conference Finals Game 5.
yeah.
That was my first ever Ducks game. The Hawks were down 4-2, came back and tied it with 28 seconds left and lost 10 seconds into overtime.
Oof.
But
yeah.
it's okay.
So, I want to talk about something real quick.
What's up?
Do you know what next week is, or to be exact, November 2nd?
No.
It's the trade deadline.
Oh shit! Really?
It is. So, I got a list of some potential names that could be moved on this trade deadline.
Okay, what you got? Hit me.
Number one, obviously, is Deshaun Watson. Talks have picked up about some teams being interested and about Deshaun
Miami
Watson
being number one.
Yes, Miami being number one and Deshaun Watson being interested back because he does have a no trade clause, which, dude, like, the Texans really messed up on that contract.
Where to God?
But
And you are in no position to be dictating where you were going, sir. By
Right?
the way, I just want to point that one out.
But I feel like, are the Dolphins giving up on Tua by trading for Deshaun Watson and this big old contract? Because granted, if you trade for him, does he play this year? Maybe, maybe not. But you still drafted Tua in the first round. With your first pick, you drafted Tua last year. Are you giving up on him that quick to give up 3 future first rounders for Deshaun Watson?
Woo. That's a good point.
Or is he part of the trade? He's got to be, right?
I mean,
There's no way Deshaun Watson and
gotta
Tua
be.
can coexist in Miami.
there's
possible.
absolutely no way. There's no way that you can sit there and say Mills is our future and Tyrod is still out indefinitely.
Exactly.
And you can sit there and be like, yeah, because I mean the window isn't closed for the Titans. The window is or the Texans. I mean it kind of is, but you can still sneak in as a wild card.
I don't know. I think. I
feel like
given their standing,
if you were to win 8 more games, 8 or 9 more games, it's gonna be hard to do, and a lot has to go your way, but you could still compete.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But we'll see. I
know.
mean, he's number one on the trade block, so we'll see if he gets moved. All the rumors are saying that a deal will be done by the deadline to send him to Miami.
Shit.
So we'll keep an eye on that. The next big name on the rumor list to be moved.
Apologize if you heard my dog.
No, you're good. You just talked about him earlier. Look, it's not working out in Cleveland for OBJ. It's just not. He's too hurt, and he's just he doesn't coexist with Jarvis Landry. Clearly, Jarvis Landry is the number one, and I feel like OBJ can do something better in a different city. And here's what I like. The rumors actually have it where the Packers could be potentially interested in OBJ.
Really?
Being a Packers fan, I'm all for it if he's healthy. Last year, we tried to trade for, I believe, Brandon Cooks. Or no, I'm sorry, Will Fuller. Will Fuller. We tried to trade for Will Fuller. He ended up getting suspended or whatever. And the Packers are still clearly looking for a clear-cut number 2 receiver. So hopefully it can work out if the Packers do get him. I think it'd be awesome to have Devontae Adams and OBJ on opposite sides of the field. Alan Lazard in the middle. Sprinkle in a couple other guys. Randall Cobb. I'm all for it. So,
okay.
But he's one of the bigger names that's on the trade block. Another one, and you know him rather well, Kyle Fuller is on the trade block with the Broncos.
I just read that. Yeah.
The Broncos
the
are.
Seahawks for...
Wait,
right?
Was that a done deal?
No.
Okay.
I'm also, because I forgot that the deadline is on the 2nd, and so I was just looking up, some trade deadline stuff.
Gotcha.
Some rumors and shit like that, and excuse me, as I'm pulling through,
I could see him going to the Seahawks. The Broncos are very, very deep at corner. I believe they have like 8 healthy corners on their roster right now. So, and I think Kyle Fuller is a pretty decent guy. So, I mean, I wouldn't want to,
Yeah.
or, you know.
So this rumor from CBS Sports, um, Kyle Fuller for a 2022 fifth round pick. Wait. Yeah. Seahawks to Broncos.
Yep.
So
I'd be for it.
I
So,
don't know why my dumbass thought we were in 2022 already. I was like,
but
wait.
another name, I don't know too much about him. He's an offensive tackle for the Eagles, Andre Dillard. Um, it doesn't say what teams are interested in him, but just that he is available. So,
So when you were bringing up Brandon Cooks, how long ago was that rumor?
well, here's the thing. He's on this list as well, and the Packers are on the list as well. That could have him, as well
Right.
as the Chiefs are on this list that I'm reading. So I like it. I'd be okay with Brandon Cooks. I wouldn't. I don't have a preference of OBJ or Brandon Cooks. Um, they're both good players. I think Brandon Cooks is maybe a little bit better on the healthy side.
Yeah.
So, but still, OBJ can make. He's a great playmaker.
So also just read this one too. Nick Foles and the Saints for a seventh round pick from next year's draft.
It's possible. That's just probably just a salary cap shed thing. I mean, because Nick Foles in that fucking contract, but
Right. Yeah.
but the Saints got the money because no Drew Brees.
Right,
But
exactly. And you still have that question mark with Taysom Hill
yeah,
too, as far as like health wise.
here's an interesting one.
Um I just saw an interesting one.
Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack's a good running back, but he's just buried by depth. He really
Yeah.
is. With Jonathan Taylor and Hines, I always fuck up that his first name. What is it? Naheim
Oh, I have
Hines.
no idea. I don't even try to.
Yeah, but he's good. He's just buried behind depth. I feel like a team that needs some running backs, AE Ravens and Eagles, should maybe pick up the phone.
Yep, I fucking why not? What do you have to lose? Just a draft pick, right?
Yeah.
So,
Another big name, Jamison Crowder.
oh
He's
wow.
I mean he's good. He's made do with his situation, but I would love to see Jamison Crowder on a contender. I feel like he would explode.
Also, the Lions star defensive end Tyler Flowers is on. Tyler Flowers?
Trey
I think that's
Flowers.
his name. Trey Flowers
Trey
is on.
Flowers. He always
He's
is.
on the he's on the
Every
block
year.
too.
Every year he's on the block.
Okay, I just read something that's pretty interesting. Ready?
Yep.
Denver Broncos, because I'm assuming they're not rocking with Teddy Bridgewater as the truth. So I feel like the Denver Broncos just right here is looking at a potential blockbuster. Ready?
Yeah, that's it.
Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson.
Oh Lord, shut up. Neither of those are gonna fucking happen. You can just cross that one out right now, sir.
I mean, the Broncos one or the Broncos and Aaron Rodgers connection isn't too far fetched because they were obviously talking about that last year too, or I'm sorry, not this past offseason. So it's not too far fetched, but you got to give up the fucking farm for that.
Look, Aaron would rather stick it out with the Packers and have another shot at a Super Bowl than going to a below 500 Broncos team.
No, I agree. It's not like
So
he's a
yeah,
fucking spring
that's
chicken anymore.
it's
He's
never
got
gonna
like
happen.
he's got like 4 years probably left in the NFL if he continues to play.
Yeah,
Otherwise, he's just going to retire if he's not going to play with the Packers anymore. Yeah, dude, this is going to be definitely interesting. I'm kind of excited, but honestly, there's not a lot.
one more name that kind of sticks out to me, actually, just really quick.
Hmm.
just because I watched him in college. I've seen him a million times. N'Keal Harry from the Patriots, ASU boy.
Yeah.
Look, he's a great receiver. He was great at ASU, but he's another guy that's been buried by depth. And with the Patriots constantly bringing in free agent receivers, he's never really gotten the true test to, test and see what he can do. So they're saying a change of scenery might be pretty good for him. They don't say any front runners for that, but it wouldn't be a big trade. It would be like probably even though he was a first round pick by the Patriots, I don't think the Patriots will get much in return other than no better than like a 5th or 6th round pick.
Right. This one just stuck out to me real quick as I'm scrolling through this. Allen Robinson and the Ravens for 2 picks. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's potential. It's
I mean, yeah, it's potential, but you're talking about a guy that wins basically every 50-50 ball that gets thrown his way. He's looked so just emotionless, I guess, these past couple of weeks with the Bears. I don't know exactly. I think he wants out, especially because he got franchise tagged,
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't be surprised if he wants to change the scenery.
no, and you know what? Honestly, he's that good of a player. I kind of expect it.
Yeah, so we'll keep. I believe we have. Do we have another episode before the trade deadline?
Let me check. November 2nd, right?
Yeah.
Actually, on November 2nd would be our next episode.
Wow, that's cool. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Hopefully a blockbuster.
What time does it end?
Down.
Do you know?
I know it's early afternoon, like it always is. I want to say like noon or 1 o'clock or something like that.
That's when it ends.
Is when it ends, yeah.
Okay.
So and that's West Coast Pacific time. So
yeah. Sweet.
Yeah. So
cool.
I'm ready to make some picks.
I too am ready to make some picks, sir.
Let's fucking do it.
Do we?
On Thursday.
Okay. Oh boy.
We got the Packers going into the Cardinals. The biggest wrench got thrown into this game by adding Devontae Adams, Matt LaFleur, Alan Lazard, and I think another coach into the COVID protocols. Devontae Adams does have a chance to play, but he's got to keep turning up negative tests, I believe, up until Thursday.
Wednesday, I think. Or
Wednesday, Thursday, I don't know. He's got to keep showing up negative tests. So hopefully he can play, and this will be a lot closer of a game. However, me being a Packers fan, I'm still giving this game to the Cardinals because, A, momentum. Yes, the Packers on a 6-game win streak themselves, but the Packers have always had trouble with mobile quarterbacks. And I just feel like Kyler Murray's going to be too much to contain. They have too many weapons on offense. You really don't know who to double cover. You know what I mean? They have so many people. Do you double cover freaking, AJ Green or Zach Ertz, or do you keep a spy on Kyler Murray? Like there's so many factors that would go into this, and I gotta give it to the Cardinals. It's gonna be a shootout. Take the over. Yeah, I don't know if you have anything different on that one.
No, I don't. I'm taking the Cards as well. You basically said everything I would have said anyway, so.
Unfortunately. I hate to admit it. I was gonna try to go to this game. But some things got in the way. So mainly,
I wish you would have said something because I would have gone to that game too.
I couldn't find somebody to watch the dogs, and the wife's out of town, so.
That's understandable.
Yeah,
Shit, I would have gone with you, bro.
And I would honestly be more upset if I went and Devontae Adams didn't play.
I don't think he is going to play, even if he keeps pulling up. Even if he
can. They said today. If he keeps showing negative tests, he can play.
Oh, well, there we go.
So, I hope to God that he plays. So, anyway, let's go Cardinals and not Cardinals. I looked at Cardinals, and then another animal, and looked at Carolina, and the sea came out, and yeah,
Oh, we've all been there, pal.
yeah. Panthers and Falcons is what I meant to say before I had a stroke.
Oh, Panthers and Falcons, huh? I'm gonna go Falcons.
I
I'm gonna go
agree.
Falcons because Matt Ryan is kind of finding his groove now. He's letting the ball sling for a little bit, and I feel like they're on a 2-game win streak, I believe. So I feel like these last 2 games really been momentum builders. So I really think that I don't know. I kind of got some faith in ATL. I'm gonna go Falcons.
I'm gonna go Falcons as well. Carolina has clearly been exposed from their 3-0 start. It was a fluke. They have not won a game since Christian McCaffrey has been ruled out. And like you said, Matt Ryan is starting to find his groove. I go Falcons 100%. And I believe,
Yep.
if I'm not mistaken, when the Panthers this past weekend were losing to the Giants, I believe Sam Darnold was pulled from the game.
He was.
So that should tell you everything you need to know right there. So yeah, going Falcons.
There you go.
Next game, we got Miami at Buffalo. Like this
Oh,
is
gee.
yeah. You think Miami can win this game? No.
I do. I definitely think they do at any given Sunday. No, fuck you.
I'm going Buffalo. It's gonna be like another 40-0 fucking shutout.
Yeah, it's gonna be Buffalo by minimum 3 touchdowns.
Definitely. Yeah. Moving on. San Francisco at Chicago. I got faith, dude. Go Bears.
Yeah, I got
faith. I got faith.
I don't know how
I
to
got
feel
faith.
anymore. I don't know how to fucking feel anymore, bro. I'm
I
just
got
gonna pull
faith.
for the Bears just because of biases. No, I mean, you got a banged up San Francisco team who doesn't know who they want to start with Trey Lance or Jimmy G. Jimmy G's always fucking hurt. Trey Lance is still a rookie. You got rookie on rookie, same draft class battle. I don't know. I feel like this just absolute obliteration that happened this past Sunday, the Bears and Bucks. I got faith that like maybe it kind of woke them up a little bit and said, "Hey, these are winnable games that you're fucking losing. Get your head out of your fucking ass." I think the defense is gonna have a bounce back game. So I'll go Bears.
I'm going Bears. I really am.
Now we're really gonna lose.
Pittsburgh at Cleveland. I'm going Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh and Cleveland.
Yep. I'm going Pittsburgh because it doesn't matter if Mayfield or Keenum play. I think TJ Watt is just too much of a force. And given the offensive struggles of the Browns without Baker Mayfield, Nick Chubb, and Kareem Hunt, and OBJ and Jarvis Landry coming back, there's just too much going on. I think TJ Watt has a field day, and the Pittsburgh Steelers win by, I don't know, 6.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. Who the Steelers were on a bye last week. Oh, this week. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. That kind of changed it for me because I was going to still say I was still going to pull for the Cleveland on that one, but you got a team that's winning games and now well rested coming off of a bye week, so
Yeah.
yeah, I'll go Steelers.
Yeah, I got to go Steelers.
Steelers.
We kind of already touched on this one. Philly at Detroit. I'm going Philly just
Philly.
because Detroit's not going to win a game. On to the next one. Titans at Colts. Derrick Henry's doing Derrick Henry things. He is going to probably run for $120 with a score or two. He might mess around and toss another touchdown.
He's going to have 3 touchdowns.
So, yeah.
3 passing touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
got
yeah,
Titans on that one for sure.
Titans all the way. Um, Bengals at the Jets. I'm going Bengals. I know that Zach Wilson is hurt. I don't think he's playing this week. But
A
even
PCL strain, I think.
yeah, even then, even if he was playing, I'm still going Bengals. They are rolling. Jamar Chase is rolling. Joe Burrow is rolling. Not his knee this time. And boom. Yeah, I'm going Cincy.
Yeah, look, there really hasn't been that much of a Adam Schefter posted yesterday saying an MRI confirmed a sprained PCL for Jets quarterback Zach Wilson and is now expected to be sidelined for 2 to 4 weeks. I don't think that they'll score a single fucking point.
That's very possible.
I don't think that they'll score a single fucking point.
I think I need to go pick up Cincy's defense.
I think I might pick up Cincy's defense because I got the Bears defense right now.
God, this is going to be another week of blowouts, dude. We got the Rams and the Texans.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Good news. Well, ESPN says tickets are as low as $15 for Houston.
Hey, I'll go to Houston and go catch a game.
It's going to cost you more to drink a beer than go to the game. Just take that into perspective. Oh, yeah. Man. Rams, hands down.
Hands down.
Here's a good one. Patriots at Chargers. I don't know. The Patriots came off a whopping 54 points. Chargers are coming off a bye week. And off of that, a loss before that. Both teams are motivated. Both teams are hungry. Taking the over on this one for sure. I'm hoping for the Chargers. I'm going to go with the Chargers, but I will not be surprised if the Patriots pull this out.
No, I honestly don't think that the Patriots are even going to come close to pulling this one out. Look, you as the Patriots were playing already kind of depleted team in the Jets as it was, and now their starting quarterback was taken out. I don't think the Patriots, who are going to be playing a healthy and well-rested defense in almost said San Diego, in the Chargers, I don't think that the Chargers are going to lose this game by anything. They're going to win by more than a touchdown, honestly. I don't think it's going to be a close game at all.
Okay. Next up, Jacksonville at Seattle. I'm going to go Jacksonville.
Are you fucking serious? What the fuck?
I really am. Look.
Oh, yeah, you better explain yourself.
The game last night with the Saints and the Seahawks was a snooze fest. Geno Smith had his first completion to DK Metcalf for 84 yards, right? For a touchdown. His next 11 completions totaled only 83 yards. So you take away that one touchdown pass that, by the way, DK broke off and I believe kind of got away with an offensive pass interference. You take that away, you have a shitty game, bro. So the Saints came into Seattle and won. I feel like the Jags and Trevor Lawrence can come in and pull this off. I really do.
Okay. I'm going to go Seahawks because the Saints defense is nothing to kind of shake your head at and brush off. Their Saints defense is still, I wouldn't say it's top 10, but it's not bad.
I'd say it's top 10 for sure.
Or what did I say? Oh, they're not top 10. Whoops. No, I'd give them top 10. What I meant to say is they're not top 5. My apologies. Although this year, kind of hard not to call them top 5. But no, their defense is not something to fucking thumb your nose at. Like the Saints defense has historically been a nasty defense. You can call it from the past 3-4 years. They've always had a dynamite secondary. They've had a great front seven. Like it's, kind of hard to say no to that. So to go into Seattle as let's see, what was New Orleans' record going into that game? So they were 3-2 going into that game. So Jacksonville only has one win. I really do. I don't look. It doesn't matter. That you lost a lot of the key players a long time ago. Marshawn Lynch, Richard Sherman,
Still got Bobby Wagner.
Still got Bobby Wagner.
Still got Bobby.
But I don't see them. I don't see Jacksonville pulling a win out in this one.
Okay. I do. All right, moving on to this next game. And this is my last time picking this team because I swear to God, if they disappoint me, I'm done. I really am. I knew that they were going to lose last week because they played the Packers, but the Washington football team go into Denver. Look, I want a Heineken so bad.
Same. I'm thirsty.
So bad. But I'm starting to come back down to earth, and the beer's getting a little flat.
Yeah.
So
look, it's kind of hard not to pull for the Broncos in this one, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm going Broncos. The beer is just not tasting good.
Yeah,
I hope that with these losses from the Washington football team, hopefully they might be able to be active in the trade talks and maybe snag a quarterback.
So.
Call Cam, do something. Just make a move, please.
Just
show me
everyone realize
that you're
dead.
trying. Yes, show me that you're trying.
Exactly.
Because right now I don't believe it. Look, you have Terry McLaurin is a top 10 receiver in this league. He is great. Antonio Gibson, top 15 running back. You got weapons. You got a young, hungry defense.
Right.
They're just one step away from, I don't want to say contending, but winning more games. Being there.
But being there and hopefully catching like a late round sleeper in the draft to become a contender. So it's you need that one piece. And I'm sorry, as much as I love Taylor Heineken. Wow. Taylor Heineke, he's not your answer. He's a Band-Aid. That's all he is.
Yeah, like I want to believe. I do. Show me something. Show me you care.
Show some life. Fuck.
All right. So are we both safe to say Denver on that one?
I'm saying Denver for sure.
Okay. Yep. Denver. All right. Next game. We already kind of touched on it. The Bucks and the Saints. Well, yeah, because we went over the Bucks whole schedule. So I'm saying Bucks. Brady's just fountain of youth, MVP. He's having fun out there. I got nothing else to say about that.
No.
Yeah, so Bucks.
Yeah, I gotta go Bucks on that one.
We got Dallas at Minnesota. This one's interesting because after the Cowboys' last game, Dak Prescott was seen walking around in a walking boot. They say that he pulled a calf muscle or something, I believe. So if he plays, I definitely go Dallas.
What is it? Was it the same leg that he had his ankle problem?
I'm not sure. That's a great question. I'm gonna have to look into that. But
that's a huge factor if he hurt his ankle again and they're just calling it a calf sprain.
Yeah. And even if he does play, I feel like he won't be very mobile. So
he's not mobile, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
however,
he went right back into being mobile.
Right.
I think it was like the first game of the season. He went back into being mobile.
Yeah. I mean, I would take a non-mobile Dak Prescott and the Cowboys over the Vikings anyway. But If Dak Prescott does not play, the Vikings will win. So it's going to be a coin toss on this. But as my official selection, I'll go Dallas. Because I'm hoping that Dak Prescott does play. And all signs are pointing to that he does.
I can't fucking argue with that. I'm gonna take I'll take the Cowboys as well on that one.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see the Vikings really kind of beating Dak Prescott. I just don't, unless you just blitz the hell out of him. So, and then even if you do, Zeke will run right through you. He'll throw it right over you. There's too many factors.
Yeah.
So, Monday Night Football. Dun 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 dun. You got the Giants, and you got the Chiefs. If the Giants win this game, you can write the Chiefs out of the picture. You can hang them up on the shelf to dry. You can do what you need to do, but they are done. So,
okay. All right.
For argument's sake, I'm going Giants.
Look, I'm going to be honest. Granted, it was the Titans, and they're a force to be reckoned with as it is in the NFL. They didn't score a single fucking touchdown, and Patrick Mahomes got hurt.
Exactly.
They scored 3 points, and the Titans didn't even score the entire second half. The Giants routed kind of a hot team-ish, kind of more on the cold side now more than anything, but routed them 25-3. If the Saints, or not Saints, I'm sorry, if the Chiefs defense continues to be this much of a liability, I don't even know where to place them in the standings.
Me neither.
I want to go Chiefs, but you know what? For argument's sake, because we agree so much, I'll take the Chiefs. I'll take the fucking Chiefs.
Did you you kept track last week of who we picked, right? How did we do? Who did better?
Didn't. I
You said you were gonna write it down.
I said that, yes.
And then you didn't do it, you
And
bastard.
I didn't do it. I'll keep track this time.
Okay.
Keep track this time. We'll go over it post show.
All right. Teams on the bye week are the Raiders and the Ravens.
Only 2 teams on a bye week.
Only 2 teams, yeah. No London games. London games are done.
Sorry, London.
Nothing really jumping out headline-wise outside of the trade deadline anymore.
Oh, do you have a game of the week?
Oh, my game of the week. That is a great question.
These are all going to be blowout games.
It's got to be Green Bay and Cardinals. It's got to be.
Honestly,
regardless if Devontae Adams playing or not, it's got to be the Packers and Cardinals on Thursday night.
I kind of want my game of the week to be the Patriots and Chargers.
Okay.
Yeah, my game of the week is gonna be Patriots and Chargers.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, I don't see any more big games. You know, it's gonna be another blowout. Another
blowout week. Here's hoping that the Bears blow out the Niners.
I hope so. I'm going Bears on that.
Which just shows you that we're definitely gonna lose.
You never know. Hey, did you see real quick? Do you ever like kind of tune in to the Peyton and Eli Manning version of Monday Night Football when they had Marshawn Lynch as a guest?
No, I did see a clip of him going, "What the fuck was that?"
My boy needs to watch the F-bombs on national TV.
No. He's Marshawn Lynch. You knew exactly what you were getting.
Exactly.
Hold on. No, listen. You know exactly what you're getting when you ask Marshawn Lynch to do anything. Okay? You knew.
Yeah.
Don't fucking.
Did you hear what he?
Like, oh my lord! Like, no, shut up.
Oh Lord! Did you hear what he said? What his pregame ritual was? when he was
No.
when he played?
No.
Hennessy and Skittles. Everybody knew about the Skittles.
Everyone knew about the Skittles,
yeah.
but
But he said before every game he would take a shot or two of Hennessy.
well, Henny
Don't know how he pulled that one off, but he did. And then last night he said he took 3 shots. He goes, 1 for me, 1 for little Manning, and 1 for big Manning.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it was funny. It was funny. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about that real quick because that was pretty funny. I love Marshawn Lynch. He's actually got a store in Mandalay Bay, a Beast Mode store. I got a shirt.
You told me about that, and also thank you for the invite that you were going.
I was doing other things for stuff.
Yeah. Yep. So I want to point this out real quick, and I've kind of been on Brady touchdown watch for the past couple of weeks. So the single season passing or touchdown record is 55.
Peyton Manning, a couple years ago. Yep.
Yeah. Brady's at 21 right now. We're only week 7, 8 technically.
He's gonna break it before 17 games. So
now, remember what you and I talked about Derrick Henry breaking the rushing record?
Yes.
If Brady breaks it on week 17, is there an asterisk that goes next to it? Because you said there was an asterisk that would go next to Derrick Henry if he broke the 1,500 record.
If he beats it on week 17, yes. If he beats it in like week 14, or 15, like he's on pace to right now, no.
Well, he's got to throw 3.5.
You said he's at 21 through 7 games, right?
21 right now, yeah.
Okay, so another 7 games puts him at 42. Okay, yeah, he's got to average a little bit more than that. He's a little behind pace.
He needs to throw like 4 touchdowns a game to get it.
Yeah.
I just did the math.
Like I said, it depends. If he beats it on game 17 by 1 touchdown, yes, asterisk. If he beats it by week 16 or 15, nah.
Nah, because at that point,
So that to me, that's the same thing with any record of 16 games. If you can beat the record on or before 16 games, yes. But if you need that 17th game to beat any record, passing touchdowns, receiving touchdowns, passing yards, what have you,
yeah,
I think it'll be an asterisk. However, it depends more on, does the NFL keep the 17-game schedule?
What was the reason for giving a 17-game schedule?
Less preseason games, less injuries.
Okay.
So, we'll see. We'll just see if the NFL keeps it. If they do, cool. If they don't and somebody beats a record in 17 games, yes, it'll have an asterisk on it.
Okay. Okay, cool. That's all I wanted. Right.
Yeah. So, World Series update?
World Series update. Atlanta is up 3-0 in the bottom of the second. They just look like they are...
Go Braves.
They came out with so much force.
Yeah.
In these first 2 granted, it's only the first 2 innings.
Go Braves. Freddie Freeman deserves it over Jose Altuve, that cheating motherfucker.
Yeah. I agree.
So, yeah. All right. I'm good.
For sure, man.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm good.
So, yeah. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out, listening. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know how we did. And as usual, please tune in on Sundays on, I think it's 1080 AM radio. Man Cave Sports Radio. They go from 2 to 4 o'clock on Sundays. So, shout out to them and helping us out, and we appreciate you guys. I believe they're actually going to have me on for a quick betting segment pretty soon, so that'll be pretty fun. So yeah, thank you everybody. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know how we did, and we could even potentially have you on the show. And yeah, we will see you guys next week after this huge, huge pre-trade deadline week 8.
Stoked.
All right, see you guys.